It's Nick, and today, this isn't like this isn't any official bracket that I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna take a lot of the suggestions that you guys gave me, and kind of make a bracket, using sort of the advice that a lot of you gave me, and a lot of people at school told me, and a lot of my friends on Xbox and whatnot. So this is gonna be more of like a friends slash community slash subscribers. Bracket. So obviously Louisville, consensus pick there. At the games that nobody really picked or gave me a little input on, I'm just gonna go with who I believe will win. Oklahoma State and St. Louis. No real surprises there. Somebody did tell me Middle Tennessee State, but they got to get past that game, and I'm just not going to take the risk on that. Michigan State, everything holding firm here. Some people wanted me to go Creighton, so we'll take Creighton there, and Duke there. We'll head down here, Gonzaga, and people were wanting me to take Wichita State, so we'll take them. Wisconsin and Kansas State. Bunch of people were telling me Belmont over Arizona, so I'll take Belmont. New Mexico, Iowa State, and Ohio State. Nothing real too surprising there. We'll head back up here to the top. And obviously Louisville, consensus pick there. I'm going to go with the Billikens. St. Louis, kind of a consensus pick sort of there. Michigan State, and then Duke. So the consensus here, what I'm getting is you guys like to see the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds advance, which that really rarely happens. It's real rare. Gonzaga, Kansas State, New Mexico, and Ohio State were consensus to advance. So in both brackets, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to take Louisville, and people wanted to see Michigan State over Duke, so we'll switch up there. Then we have Kansas State over Gonzaga, and Ohio State over New Mexico. Now to the Final Four. To move these teams to the Final Four, we're going to move Louisville, and we're going to move Ohio State. And so now we're going to go over to the right side, which is the South and the West. I think South and West? No, South and East. My bad. So we're going to start out with Kansas, and then people wanted me to switch it up to North Carolina, so I'll do that. VCU and Michigan were pretty much consensus picks there, even though I could see Akron and San Diego State giving those teams trouble. Minnesota, pretty much consensus. Florida, San Diego State, and then Georgetown. Not any huge upsets there. We'll come down here to Indiana, NC State, UNLV, Syracuse, Bucknell. Lots of people tell me Bucknell, and a couple of people telling me Davidson over Marquette. So for those people, I'm going to take Davidson here. And then we got Illinois. People wanted me to take Illinois and Miami. So what I'm going to be doing is as the tournament goes on, probably Friday night when games wrap up, I'll make a video on each of the separate brackets that I'll have done and see how I'm scoring and see how this one, this community one is doing and whatnot. So Kansas, people wanted me to take Kansas, Michigan, Florida, and Georgetown. Really nothing hugely different on this side with a 1, 2, 3, 4 type thing. And then we go down here, and we're gonna take Indiana, Syracuse, and I'm gonna go with Davidson over Bucknell. So that moves a 14 seed into the Sweet 16. I don't see that coming, but a bunch of people were wanting me to take Davidson in this community bracket or whatever. So I decided I'd take Davidson. They are a good team. Bunch of people at school are giving Michigan more credit than I am, and I'm a Michigan fan. I wanted to eliminate them here, get them beat by Kansas. But people at school really do believe this is going to be one of the greatest games of the tournament. And I don't know, Michigan's going to have a hard time with Nick Walters and then the great defense of VCU. So I see them stumbling in here even. But people at school really seem to think Michigan can take Kansas. Dickie V has Michigan in the Final Four. So I'm gonna move Michigan up just for the community one here. In my actual bracket, I think I'll still stick with Kansas. People wanted me to take Otto Porter in Georgetown. And then let's go down here. Pretty much Indiana and Miami consensus 1 and 2 making it to here. So we're going to now move to our Final Four. We got Michigan and Georgetown. If it was Michigan, Florida, I would pick Florida immediately because it would be a 3-point battle, and I believe Florida has a better team. But this, again, consensus pick. This is not me picking Michigan to move on. I do have some flowcharts in front of me. I don't know really flowcharts, but sort of like charts letting me know, not even charts, like numbers on my phone and whatnot, letting me know kind of who wanted who to win and whatnot. So down here, Miami, very close over Indiana. Not a huge difference here from my last bracket, even though this is kind of a consensus community. This isn't really my picks, but not too much different, just switching out Michigan and Kansas. I don't know why the people at school and some of my friends on Xbox and whatnot are giving Michigan so much love, but I guess Trey Burke made quite an impression on some people. So Michigan got to the Final Four. We're going to move Louisville to the national championship to play. Now this was hard. There were actually some people that I asked that had Michigan going to the national championship, which really does surprise me. But out of these two teams, Miami was the consensus, and then Louisville was the consensus winner of it all by a score of 82-74. Didn't really ask him any scores, but that's just what I think it would be if Louisville beat Miami. It'd be an up and down straight run shooter, but actually, I actually think Louisville would play defense a little bit better. So I'm going to drop this down to a 67 and drop this down to a 76. So a 9-point victory. Thinking a little bit more defense there. So we'll see. I don't know how well this bracket's going to do. Taking Michigan that far, that really worries me with this bracket. But this is just the community bracket. Trying to take as much input from you guys as I possibly can. I can make plenty of brackets, so not really worried about this. Yeah, so it's a very interesting Final Four, I guess. Not too interesting, but some people, one person at school, which I think they're just retarded, they had Michigan State out of the Midwest, Michigan out of the South, Indiana out of the East, and Ohio State out of the West. That put the 4 Big Ten teams in the Final Four, and then they had Michigan beating Indiana and Ohio State beating Michigan State, and then they were undecided on the national championship, which that's not too bad. Michigan did play Indiana very well, and there are 2 losses to them, and Ohio State is better than Michigan State. I don't really care what you have to say about that. They are better. But I don't know. I don't know if I could take Michigan that far. I mean, any given day, I guess, anybody could go that far, but, I don't know. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll hit you guys up with another bracket tomorrow, probably, just kind of showing you any revisions I've done. I actually did a couple revisions today at school, but nothing too major. Just switched a couple of teams and did my thing that way. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop it a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what you guys think about this series. Got to rebuy my Norton protection, even though I have McAfee protection too. Got ridiculous protection for my laptop. But yeah, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.